Hi, I'm Jeff Cronin. I did $8 million in sales last year. I recommend to young plumbers, be open and listen. Common denominator of all winners, they're all good listeners.
We had a conversation last month that I wanted us to have the biggest month that All City has ever had. Last month, we fucking accomplished it. 2.6 million. And right now, y'all are pacing to do about 32 million.
Asking questions and listening to their answers. Having open-ended questions. Talking to them, getting to know them as people. It's not the longer the better, in my opinion. I think the sweet spot is between 45 minutes and an hour and a half, not less, and hopefully not more. Be efficient. It's not about how much you say, it's what you're saying. You know, because they don't want to sit there and listen to a spiel, you know, a full-on PowerPoint presentation of how their sewer system works.
10 minutes. And I want everyone to work on door knock introductions right here, role playing this. And then I'm going to pick two of you to do it how we do it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. Jeff, will you be my homeowner real quick?
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jason with All City. It looks like my note says Mr. Jeff Corona. Would you like for me to call you Mr. Jeff or Mr. Corona?
That's fine.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Before I step in, is it all right where I park my vehicle?
Yeah, you're cool.
All right, well, the reason why I'm asking that, Jeff, is it's my first time out here. I want to make sure I respect your property. I'm going to be out here maybe 60 to 90 minutes. I just want to make sure the neighbors, the kids, the wife, no one parks. Are you sure you don't want me to move it?
No, Jason, that's perfect.
All right, you mind if I step in? All right, perfect. Before I step in, I'm going to put my floor savers on.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this behind me. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so what prompted today's appointment?
My bathroom sink clogs.
It clogs. Okay, and how long have you been dealing with this?
Off and on, like 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. Now, what is your expectations with me out today?
Oh man, I think that thing going.
Okay.
My wife's all upset.
Okay, so 5 years, you're ready to get it done. Your expectations is we're taking care of this today.
Correct.
All right, now I also just want to make sure that we have the time available. It's probably going to take maybe 60 to 90 minutes. I just want to make sure.
We're good on time.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, before I go ahead and take a look at the problem, I'm going to go ahead and tackle that as soon as I can. But I know you and the wife probably work hard for your money, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I don't want to guess with your hard-earned money today. So what I'd like to do is start with a series of questions just to get familiar with the home and everything before I go ahead and tackle the issue.
Sure.
We're somewhere that we could sit so I could ask some questions.
You know, we'll go over here to the kitchen. That's cool.
All right, perfect. Boom.
That's good.
Boom. Perfect.
Sure.
What do you think that this company is doing particularly well?
Well, one thing is that the company headquarters is, I mean, I literally live in the same town that All City is headquartered in. The owner of the company is here at the headquarters. It's a big dog company, but with a little dog camaraderie. I like that. Revenue goal?
Yeah, and what are you doing to achieve that? Like, what are you changing in your process to try to achieve that?
Nothing changing in the process, just scaling it more and basically going with the increase in pricing, having increased revenue. You can't have increase in pricing without the increase in revenue, or else you're scaling backwards, right? So my goal is to go from 8 million to 10 million this year. I see it as realistic. Half my team is plumbers 3 years or less. I invest a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of personal relationship with them. And it's not just teaching them about plumbing and how to make money in the industry. It's just the way the world works. You know, like if you go to T-Mobile, they have the same sales process that we do in plumbing. It's not uncomfortable. It's not wrong. Be open. Listen to others. Learn from everyone. Learn from the guy that sweeps the parking lot. Learn from the CEO of the company.
If we don't ask that budget question up front, what's going to happen at the end?
It's going to come up.
It's going to come up, right? So when's the best time to have the conversation, Jeff? When do you have the conversation, Mr. Rockstar?
I ask in regards to price, budget, affordability, like the money talk.
Yeah. Right away, right? And that's what you need to do. Why do you do it right away? Why don't you wait in the middle or the end?
So I know what I'm up against right away, because I know it all comes down to the money anyway. So I price condition them on the front end, like, hey, look, before I run the camera, based on the symptoms, I've seen it as bad as this. I don't want to sneak attack you. I'm going to be straightforward and honest. I'm hoping it's not. Hopefully we have other options. And let's get started. I'm not jinxing it or anything. I just want to get you prepared for the worst outcome. That way, anything better than that is a blessing. Mm-hmm. Sound good?
So let me ask another question. And I think this is a pretty good question. When's the best time to buy something?
Right now.
When?
Right now.
Right now. So creating urgency is very key in an appointment, right? So why sometimes do we leave knowing that the best time to do business is now?
Right now. Every time.
Every time, right? And the homeowner tells us, oh no, can you email it to me? And then all of a sudden, yeah, we'll go ahead and email it, and then we'll check the iPad, all right? Just want to confirm, all right, and we'll pack our shit up and leave. Why?
Right.
Doesn't make sense, right?
No.
Sam, does it make sense? So let me ask you all a question. What's the best way to create urgency? Sam, how do you create urgency when you're with your team?
Sweat equity.
Sweat equity? Talk about it.
Whatever you're doing, you gotta, like, you go in there for a certain amount of time. You're not just rushing into everything. You know, you're checking all components and you're explaining to the customer thoroughly as you're going through the system, and you're involving them in the presentation. You're keeping them involved, and then, yeah.
Okay. 100% agree with that. Jeff, what about yourself? How do you create urgency when you're at the appointment?
With the client?
Yeah, like right now is the best time to do it.
I explain, like, I know this is not what you want to hear. It's not what I want to say. But this has to happen, guys. I'll be right back. I come back. All right, so I'm okay. So I would say repair it if it was a newer pipe, obviously. But it's an oldie, not a goodie. Gotta go.
What's a good way to create urgency?
I just tell them they need to fix it, because if they don't fix it right away, it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. And then because you say that, how do you create the value? Because value is important, right? If the price doesn't, if value doesn't deceive price, what happens? They're going to say no.
Bring up pain points.
Pain points. Absolutely. What are some good pain points, right? The emotion usually, when you bring up pain points, creates what? An emotion. And what happens is people buy off what? Emotions. And so that's why it's very important inside the appointments is how do we create that emotion with everybody? How do we find the emotion? So today when you're inside these appointments, ask yourself that question is, where's the emotion at that I could attach where they could make this investment today so we could be as efficient as possible? But then also remember that when we go in there as technicians, a lot of times we focus on business before the relationship. And what we need to do is we need to take a step back and we need to really focus on the relationship portion before the business. And the business will follow. I promise you all that. And the relationship starts when? At the introduction, the door knock, right? Now, who wants to be a brave soul and show me what their door knock looks like right now? When they open that door, how long is it taking for them to judge us? 5 seconds, right? So also in that 5 seconds, what are you doing initially to take control of the appointment? Because whoever's controlling the beginning is going to control the what? The end. I want you all to understand this, okay? Because I do too many ride-alongs and I see the technician allow the homeowner to run the beginning of the appointment. And I want you to understand that if the homeowner runs the beginning of the appointment, when it comes to the close, they're going to run the close. and you respectfully have to gain that control in a respectful manner. So let's go ahead and roll the door knock introduction, see what it looks like, and I'll break it down.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Jack, Austin and Plumber. How you doing?
Jack, what's going on? Glad you're here.
Thank you. What can I do for you today?
Well, you know, I told the office lady for a long time that my water heater is having issues. I tried to explain it as well as I could.
Okay.
But, you know, basically it's kind of like inconsistent. It's running out a lot. Makes all kinds of pop holes.
Okay, do you mind if I check it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right, give him a hand. Give him a hand, okay?
Yeah, that's right, Joseph. Hey, good morning. Your name? Timbuktu, okay. And I have here in the notes your name as Timbuktu Unbutu. Would you like Timbuktu?
Just call me Tim.
Tim, very good. Okay, hey Tim. Real quick, is my truck parked okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I don't want to be blocking. I'm a little bit in front of the curb. Want to make sure no one's coming in.
Nobody
or out.
comes home until about 4 o'clock, so we have plenty of time.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. May I come in?
Please do.
Okay, cool. Let me put on my floor savers. All right. So I have here in the notes from dispatch that you've got a leak under the sink. That's not good. You know, so how can I be of help?
Well, I'm not sure what's leaking exactly. I just looked under there, pulling some things out, noticed everything was wet that I had under there.
Oh man.
Really want to get this taken care of before it gets too bad.
When did you notice that?
Just last night, I was going out, pulling out some cleaning supplies, and everything was wet.
Okay. How long's it been leaking? Do you know?
I have no idea.
How's that make you feel?
Just urgent. I mean, I want to get it taken care of. Obviously, I don't want to cause any damage here. I know water can be damaging.
Okay, got it. So just to recap, it sounds like you got a leak underneath the sink. You want to get it taken care of. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. So commitment. I'm blowing it.
Go for it.
Polish me
Time
up on that
commitment.
part.
So today's going to take anywhere between 6
Oh,
and 90
that's
minutes.
right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of take a look at it, try to zero in on it, and also all the surrounding components, just to get a good idea what's going on and how I can be of best help. It's probably going to take maybe about an hour. Is that all right?
It should be fine.
Okay, sounds good. Real quick, so I don't miss anything and also get a good understanding of your plumbing needs, can you take me to your table?
So I could ask some questions,
So I
get a
can
little
ask some
familiar with the
questions
home.
to get familiar with the home.
So I'm not guessing with your hard-earned money today.
That way I'm not, just taking guesses at your hard-earned money, how you might want to spend it. I just want to really get an idea of what you need in your home.
I need to fix that leak.
Okay, got it. Well, I totally get that. If you just got like 30 seconds, that way I can have a good understanding. I'll be real brief.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh, so a lot of times, let's talk about this real quick, okay? A lot of times as a technician, if he's like, hey, I just want to fix the leak, okay, yeah, let's go look at it, right? But then all of a sudden, who's controlling the appointment? The homeowner, right? The client. So what Joe just said right there, hey, even just give me 30 seconds real quick. He grabbed control again, right? So even if you don't have to say, hey, just give me 5 minutes, hey, if you can give me 30 seconds of your time real quick, boom, I just need to take that control back. Because, yes.
I'll say one thing too, I noticed that when he opened the door, he kept checking his watch. So I would have said, oh, is there something you have to go to today, or? Perfect, yes. So reading body language is something that's very important. Very good, right? Coning in on those things. Someone's looking at their watch. Hey, I just want to make sure when we talk about time commitment, you don't got anything else going on. We got that full 60 to 90 minutes today. And then setting yourself up for success, right? Because the last thing you want to do is come down from an attic, a basement, the backyard, something, and all of a sudden get done with what you're doing, and all of a sudden you had both homeowners there, decision makers will say, and then all of a sudden you just set yourself up in a one-legger situation, and you just set yourself up with now an obstacle, right? You created your own obstacle. But if you can get aware of what you're doing, now you could create a roadmap of what that appointment's gonna look like for you. Does that make sense? Any questions on this? All right, perfect. Steve, you don't have to do it, but thank you. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate
Let's
it.
give him a round of applause.
Yeah, give him a round of applause.
Yeah.